Welcome everyone. Myself Kailash Kumar Dani and my group members are Ankit Singh and Palash Kaur. And the topic of our case study is on research and employee management SaaS platform of a product software company. Now coming to the problem statement, let's begin with the company, the description of the company. A company is a 7-year-old startup which is a Series A funded and is a product software company. They have built an HR employee management SaaS platform. Their HRMS software has the following modules like recruitment management, employee benefits, employee compensation, human resource compliance, organizational structure, human resource information and payroll, employee training and development, employee rewards management. And the context is that we are a part of their product and engineering team, and the department leader is planning a meeting with all of us to decide the priorities for the next year, the upcoming fiscal year. Now, the company deep dive in. The company's target customer base is mid-sized companies with an employee base up to 500 employees, and they have employees in 4 locations of India. They have a monthly software release cycle. They are non-profitable and have becoming profitable in the next 1 year, and they have a lot of competition, so they have to differentiate them uniquely and stand in the market and like the difference, etc. The different things like the let's begin with the situation one. The company has been selling to smaller companies with an employee base of up to 300 to 500 employees. They have an opportunity to sell to a very large company with an employee base of 5,000 to 1,000, and your team has been tasked with coming up with a list of areas and things to look into the platform for scale, things to look into and platforms for scale and security and usability, and potentially what would need to be looked at and tested or developed at this scale. Now, scaling for large enterprises, the solution for that: scale considerations evaluate database scalability, let access the ability of database to handle large volume data transactions and different ongoing processes, optimized for better performance in the case of large data sets, and in case of large data sets the performance should be optimal and should work efficiently, and enhance security measures. Various protocols should be strengthened, and regular check of security should be there, so that the software can be prevented from the upcoming and very high risk threats, and conduct usability testing, testing very frequently, so that we can gain insights or feedbacks from the user, and we can improve it further on in our software. Now situation 2, the company is trying to do an analysis of what areas of their problem they should invest in, and team has been tasked to look at customer usage data of platform and various functionalities on the platform to decide. The team needs to come up with an approach on what usage data you will look at, which is collected from our mobile app as well as the browser version, like this. So we have a solution for that: customer usage analysis, like metrics, mobile app versus browser usage. We can we can compare the statistics, usage statistics between the mobile app and browser version, different browser versions of our product, feature interaction metrics, and evaluate how often users click on a particular feature, how often they use a particular feature, and user engagement metrics, like measure overall user engagement including the time spent by the user, features, usage patterns, login, all other activities that a user performs in a particular our software, HR software. And the approach is that access the popularity of the mobile app to the browser version, how the mobile app is much popular than the browser version, and identify the most and least used features, so that we can improve the most used features, etc. Used features, etc., and use data to inform decisions on feature enhancements, marketing statistics, and performance improvements, platform improvements, and different things.
Hi, I'm Ankit Singh and I'm going to continue this presentation. So the given situation is that the engineering team is currently using the monthly release cycle and wants to evaluate a TDD model, which is test driven development, and also have an end-to-end CI/CD pipeline. Your team has to present the pros and cons of TDD and also what are the best practices of CI/CD and typical challenges faced when trying to make an end-to-end CI/CD successfully. So if currently the engineering team operates on a monthly release cycle, then to improve the efficiency and software quality, implementing test-driven development and continuous integration, continuous delivery, which is the CI/CD pipeline is being considered. This presentation will analyze the pros and cons of both the approaches along with the best practices and potential challenges for successful implementation. So coming to test driven development, the first pro is improved code quality. TDD forces developers to think about the desired functionality before writing any code, resulting in more robust and well tested software. Then comes modular design, which is another pro. TDD promotes clean code organization by breaking down functionality into smaller testable units. This facilitates easier maintenance and refactoring. Also, high test coverage. By writing tests first, developers are more likely to achieve comprehensive test coverage, ensuring thorough testing of all the code paths. Another pro is clear requirements. TDD helps clarify and document requirements through the definition of test cases, leading to better understanding and alignment between development and other stakeholders. Faster innovation, that is TDD can lead to faster development cycles due to increased confidence in code quality and reduced debugging time. Another pro is continuous documentation. Tests act as a living documentation of the code's functionality and behavior. Now coming to the cons, the first con is a learning curve. TDD requires developers to adapt their workflow and learn new techniques, which can be challenging initially. Slower initial development. Writing tests upfront can initially slow down development, especially for inexperienced developers. Overkill for simple tasks is another con, that is TD might not necessarily be for very simple or trivial tasks. And potential for over testing, that is developers might write excessive or redundant tests, wasting time and effort. Now the best practices, coming to the best practices, start small and gradually integrate TDD into existing development processes. Provide training and support to developers to help them learn and adapt TDD effectively. Then focus on writing clear and concise tests that are easy to understand and maintain. Also, we can use automated test frameworks and tools to streamline the testing process. Also, we need to continuously review and improve test coverage as the code evolves. Now, coming to CI/CD pipeline, the pros are, first pro is a faster release, that is CI/CD enables rapid deployment of new features and bug fixes, leading to a faster feedback loop and quicker time to market. Improved quality, that is automation of the build, test and deployment process reduces human error and ensures consistency. Increased collaboration, that is CI/CD encourages collaboration between developers and other teams, fostering a culture of continuous improvement. Then comes better visibility and debugging, that is CI/CD pipelines provide clear visibility into development process, streamlining troubleshooting and identifying the issues early. Reduced cost is another pro, that is CI/CD can lead to cost savings by reducing manual effort and preventing production issues. There are also some cons. like initial investment, that is implementing a CI/CD pipeline requires upfront investment in infrastructure and tools. Complexity in management, managing complex CI/CD pipelines can be challenging, especially for large and distributed teams. Cultural change, that is shifting to a continuous delivery mindset, might require significant cultural change within the organization. There are also some security concerns, such as like automated pipelines require robust security measures to prevent vulnerabilities and unauthorized access. Now coming to the best practices for CI/CD, start with a simple and gradually add complexity as the team becomes familiar with the process. Automate as much of the pipeline as possible to minimize manual intervention. Then you can use a version control system to track changes and facilitate rollbacks if necessary. Also implement continuous monitoring to detect errors and performance issues early. Then we can also encourage collaboration and communication between teams involved in the CI/CD process. Other typical challenges are like security vulnerabilities. Automated deployments can expose vulnerabilities if not properly secured. There can be some configuration errors like mistakes in configuration files, which can lead to unexpected behavior or downtime. Lack of communication, poor communication between teams can lead to confusion and delays. Limited monitoring is another typical challenge, because inconsistent monitoring can prevent early detection of issues. Then inability to roll back. Difficulty in rolling back deployments can uh, make issues very difficult, because sometimes we have an error and we need to roll back. Uh, Concluding this slide, implementing TDD and a CI/CD pipeline can significantly improve software quality, development speed, and team collaboration. However, both approaches require initial investment, cultural change, and careful planning to overcome potential challenges. By evaluating the pros and cons, adapting best practices, and addressing potential challenges, the engineering team can leverage these methodologies to achieve a more agile and an efficient development process. So coming to the next situation, there has been a persistent quality issue with the recruitment management module in the platform. Research on it and the task for your team is to present the key test scenarios for this module and what would be the most important areas to test and ensure quality. So coming to key test scenarios for recruitment management module, let me first explain the background. So the recruitment management module has been experiencing persistent quality issues impacting the platform's functionality and user experience. To ensure consistent quality and identify potential problems early, it's crucial to define key test scenarios and focus on critical areas for testing. Now, coming to the test scenarios, first test scenario can be job posting management, that is job creation and editing, which means test the ability to create and edit job descriptions with different configurations like title, location, requirements, verify proper data validation for required fields, and format consistency. Job activation and deactivation, that is test the functionality of activating and deactivating job posts, ensuring visibility and accessibility as intended. We also need to verify timely updates of job status for both candidates and the recruiters. Second point is applicant management, that is application submission, like test the process of submitting applications through various channels like online forms, email attachments, etc. Also need to verify data capture accuracy and completeness for applicant information and resume uploads. Application review and evaluation, that is test the ability to review applications, assign reviewers, and manage the review process. Then we need to verify the functionality of scoring systems, candidate notes, and communication tools. Third major point is interview scheduling and management. So coming to interview scheduling, test the scheduling process for different interview types like phone interview, video interview, in-person interview. Also, we need to verify calendar integration, notification systems, and candidate confirmation workflows. Then interview conduction and feedback recording. So we need to test the functionality of interview tools like video conferencing, collaborative notes, then verify the ability to record feedback, track progress, and manage the interview stages. Fourth major point is reporting and analytics. Now coming to generating reports, we need to test the ability to generate reports on key metrics like applicant numbers, interview rates, time to hire. Then verifying the data accuracy, visualization formats, and filtering options. Then we need to analyze the trends and insights, like test the ability to analyze data and identify trends in the recruitment process. We also need to verify the platform's ability to support data driven decision making. Fifth major point is system performance and usability, that is coming to load testing. We need to test the system performance under high workloads and ensure responsiveness and stability. We need to identify potential bottlenecks and optimize performance for the scalability of the system. Also, coming to usability testing, we need to test the user interface and user experience for various user roles and access levels. We need to ensure intuitive navigation, clear instructions, and accessibility for all the users. Some important areas to test like data integrity and security. We need to ensure all data is stored securely, access is controlled, and audits are conducted regularly. Then integration with other systems, that is we need to verify seamless integration with external systems like email, calendar, etc. for smooth data flow. Also, we need to comply with regulations, that is ensure the platform complies with relevant data privacy and employment regulations. Mobility accessibility, that is test the platform's functionality and user experience on mobile devices for accessibility and convenience. Accessibility compliance, that is ensure the platform is accessible to users with disabilities according to relevant accessibility guidelines. Now concluding this slide, by focusing on these key test scenarios and critical areas, your team can effectively identify and address quality issues with the recruitment management module. This will ultimately lead to improved platform quality, user satisfaction, and a more efficient recruitment process. Further, we can also utilize automated testing tools like automating repetitive tasks and regression testing for efficiency and consistency. Also, we can perform exploratory testing, that is encourage testers to explore new features and functionalities beyond scripted tests. Then we can also involve the stakeholders, that is include recruiters, hiring managers, and other stakeholders in the testing process to gather real world feedback. We need to continuously monitor and track progress, that is regularly monitor test results, identify trends, and adapt to the testing strategy as needed. So I think by implementing these recommendations and diligently testing the recruitment management module, our team can ensure its long-term quality and reliability, contributing to a successful and efficient recruitment process. So that is it from my side, and now my friend Palash will be continuing with the presentation. Thank you.
Hello, I am Palash and I will be discussing the last two situations. In this situation, we are given the financial statement of our company and we have to give our observations on it. Revenue growth. The revenue has increased from $3.63 billion in 2020 to $4.32 billion in 2021. This indicates a growth of approximately 19%, which is a positive sign and suggests that the company's products and services are gaining market acceptance. Next is expense management. The expenses have also increased from $3.77 billion in 2020 to $4.15 billion in 2021. However, the rate of increase in expenses is less than the rate of increase in revenue. This could suggest improved operational efficiency or cost management. Profitability. The company has moved from a loss of $144.9 million in 2020 to a profit of $173.1 million in 2021. This turnaround is significant and indicates that the company has been successful in its strategies to drive revenue growth and manage costs. Next is earnings per share. The EPS has improved from minus $0.61 in 2020 to $0.72 in 2021. A positive EPS is a good sign for investors as it indicates that the company is generating a profit for its shareholders. In this situation, we have to provide three metrics for the performance of product management team, development team, quality assurance team, DevOps, and site reliability engineering team. For the product management team, first metric is customer satisfaction to gauge customer feedback and satisfaction scores. Second is feature adoption rates to track the adoption of new features. Third metric is time to market, which measures the time it takes to release new features. For the development team, first metric is code quality, which utilizes code analysis tools for quality metrics. Second is sprint velocity, which monitors the team's ability to complete planned work. Third is bug resolution time, which measures the speed of bug fixes. For the quality assurance team, first metric is defect discovery rate, which identifies the rate at which defects are discovered. Second is test coverage, which evaluates the extent of test coverage. Third is regression test pass rate, which measures success in regression testing. For the DevOps and site reliability engineering team, first metric is deployment frequency, which assesses how often deployments occur. Second is mean time to recovery, which measures the time taken to recover from incidents. Third is infrastructure uptime to ensure high availability of infrastructure. To summarize the research on employee management SaaS platform, comprehensive analysis has been done on usability and scalability of the platform, data analysis on customer usage data, discussed DevOps procedures, quality assurance and testing on recruitment module, financial statement and performance metrics of various teams. With these remarks, this presentation is concluded. Thanks for listening.